Hello there, this is a pick a number reading, okay? So I'm gonna have you pick a number between 1 and 5, and we're gonna give you a fast message depending on which number that you chose. Timestamps are below, and we're gonna go ahead and begin. Actually, we're gonna begin with number 5 and go backwards, all right? So, starting with you, hello group 5. What is your message? Group number 5, what is your message? Okay, this is you fighting through the unknown here. This could be you fighting with your passions in hand, fighting for something, fighting for clarity, fighting to maintain or keep clarity, fighting to maintain or keep expansion, peace, grounding, healing, fire and earth energy, as well as water here, but just the general vibe of fighting through. This could even be fighting the world, fighting against different offers, things that are confusing, different concepts, ideas, passions, competition, okay? I also feel you need to meditate or reflect on relationships. If friendships have changed for you, if community has changed for you, if your connection to people has really changed, especially throughout September, October, November time frames of any year, but if something has changed, we need to reflect and meditate and look at this, especially if there's a disconnect. We need to look at that, okay? If you haven't been accessing the feeling or emotion of gratitude or appreciation, or been getting out and wanting to have fun, we need to look at that and validate that and know, and I said, and validate that, not invalidate. Validate that to understand where that's coming from and why some of the fighting and the burden of fighting through something here is connected, in fact, to this change of energy, whether it's friend and community, people around you, emotions, lovers, relationships, or a concept, an energy of appreciation, of gratitude. Maybe you've just been feeling more negative lately, okay? So the key, and I'm feeling a tight throat chakra because there's a lot of pent-up emotions about something here, about that, okay? It needs to be reflected on, meditated on. Take a walk, go look at the water, sit down and meditate, lay down and meditate, program your sleep, listen to some frequency music, cook, and let your mind, blank out and wander. Like, do some kind of a form of meditation or reflection and try to gear it towards this to understand more about it, okay? You're in between here. You could feel caught in between. Caught in between, the here and there. You feel something transitioning and changing. Maybe you're still holding on and fighting for it because you don't want it to, you're afraid of what that means. Maybe you're still trying to prove something or give something to something here, okay? But inevitably something has to change, something has to transition and transform, and that is not a bad thing. That is a good thing. It just can feel hard sometimes, especially because the transition phase can be blurry. Maybe you've invested a long time in something and you're afraid of losing that investment or stepping out, okay? These are all normal emotions to have and grapple with. And the big message here is you need to take some time, you need to take some space really to reflect and sit with this, okay? To sit with your changes, to sit with your feelings and emotions, to sit with your reasons, to understand, to look at yourself honestly without judgment as much as possible and really truly reflect. And you can also always ask for guidance and assistance in doing this from your angel, spirit guides, or whoever makes sense for you to ask from, okay? There is a gift being offered here. It might be unsuspecting, but it is. It's a miracle, a gift, a chance, an opportunity. It's something that is being offered, okay? It's also an opportunity for you to see that certain opportunities that you may have missed or feel like you didn't pan out weren't that great to start. But there's a reason for everything and the way that it fits into the places it does and the lessons you've had to learn because of it, and also acknowledging that you're not missing things in the way that you think you are. Super tight throat chakra. Again, emotions need to be released. So 5, that is what we have for you. Sending you lots of love. You can always email frequencyoftheheart@gmail.com for personal reading inquiries. Group 4, hello and welcome. Let's go ahead and see what your message is. Group 4. Please remember, if something is confusing or negative, it's not your message. You don't have to take it on. Group 4. What is your message? I hear spicy, and looks like we're a little bit slow to talk here. Not as fast to talk. All right, the Tower. And it's not totally upright, so it may not totally be here, but this is the forbidden change. It's the big change that we could be afraid of, or we know is coming, we know it's happening, but we don't maybe always want it to, or don't want to have to deal with it. However, this is a really good Tower, I gotta say. So something is changing. It's a radical shift or change, or a big one, but it's for the better. There can be something that changes with your material world as well. So this can be your house, your job, your career, your living, your money, or a relationship. Especially if you have your own business here. It could also be a fire sign exiting, especially if they're feminine, more feminine in nature. This can be a change with your independence as well, or the way that you view independence or view the world. Your ideas, how you pursue your happiness. This can affect the way you communicate as well. What else is going on for 4 here? What does 4 need to hear? What does 4 need to know about? Group 4. It's okay to give yourself space here and time to reflect and to introspect, okay? In fact, it's encouraged. You don't need to be in a constant state of motion, movement, or change. Sometimes that can be a stress response, or a trauma response, or a fear response to drastic or radical change. Anything else going on for group 4 here? Please and thank you. Death in reverse. Again, we're not totally here to this change yet. It's a big transition and transformation. There's definitely a vibe of holding on here, waiting, looking. In the past, I feel this is you looking back over the information you missed in the past to understand things, re-educating, relearning stuff. Could also be that you've broken through a lot of social constructs and confines in the past. Your life is now going to start fitting those new paradigms. Expect change, because that's how it's going to, that's how everything's going to fall into place, how it's going to be implemented, how everything's going to fit in. Could also be something that was not learned here in the past that needed to be. And until it is, something can't fully make its transition. So you need to reflect and look at what that is. There is something here about healing around giving and receiving emotions and love connected to childhood, and setting a burden down or hard work down here. Okay, so this is not to your detriment. Also, don't be a detriment to your health here. There's something here that wants to help you. This change wants to help you. This introspection or period of time that you're given to introspect wants to help you. Blessing in disguise. It may feel like, oh no, this is happening, and you want to get wrapped up into that, but it's actually making space or room for you to go back over or look at something that needs to be looked at so that you can move forwards, all right? Set the burden down. Go towards that path. You don't need to do a bunch of hard work here or carry things crazy. It's okay to accept and receive as well. And you have healed or are healing in that area. So that's good. Keep progressing where you can with that. All right. Group 4, that's what we have for you. Moving on to group 3. Hello. Hello, group 3. Group 3, what is your message? Group 3, what is your message? Now, this can be a resistance to healing or connection in a situation with someone. Wow, my throat. Okay. I feel like I just swallowed like a bug. This can also be, I hear this is not the one. Okay. Don't try to get too in your head about that, all right? If you felt a resistance, a distance, or a coldness with somebody, they may not be the end result here, or the stopping point. Okay, they may not be that. You may have built something here. You may have worked on something a lot. You may have made grand gestures or offers, or they may have been made to you, and yet I see a distance. The distance has to do with somebody's not listening. I feel like this is probably you, to your dreams or your heart or your callings in a situation. And I do feel like this is a relationship of some kind, connection of some kind. It's a connection that either encourages you to work, to be meticulous, to build something up, and then you invest in it so you're connected and attached to it in certain ways. But there's this resistance to closeness or healing here. Or, as we said, this is not the end result, the soulmate, the goal, the one. They're not it. I don't really believe in the one, but it's not this energy. If you're feeling that distance and everything is placed onto the physical energy here. Mostly, if you're out of touch here with your dreams, heart, desires, goals, and wishes in life, and you're being confined to just a physical thing, that doesn't work for you. Clarify this message for group 3, please and thank you. Yeah, something has been out of balance here. Unequal. Like, whether it's the give and take, just the balance itself. Maybe it's been stagnated for a long time or a while, because we need the heart, wish, dream, goal energy in this, in our work. It can't just be the physical work here. Now, even if this is not a love situation, I just want to get a relationship message in general, because I do feel that there is a connection that is at the central focus of this, whether it's family or not. So this is on its side. There's a debate. Am I lovable? Am I worth it? Am I too much? Am I too little? Am I not enough? There's a debate, okay? You are enough. You are not too much. You do deserve love, okay? But these are things you have to validate with yourself. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. And that is how you will access the energy of soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. So there's either a conflict or a battle. Are they, aren't they? Because 2 of Cups is a card of healing, closeness and connection, emotional healing, and also soulmates, okay? So there's a battle. It has to do with you first and foremost, and your connection, not to just to yourself, but to your purpose, your hopes, your wishes and dreams. What do you love to do? Do you love to sing? Sing. Connect to that again. Connect to your stuff. Don't just work on a relationship or build or, work all the time. Like, also focus on this. And then you will have your answers and clarity. And maybe who isn't it and who you feel disconnected from and doubtful about, you'll realize they are it, but they're only a part of it, because it also encompasses my own dreams and desires here. Okay, anything else to say for group 3? Yeah, you're not seeing something right now. You're shut off to certain opportunities. You could be bored or discontent. Things could feel blurry, okay? We need to come out of ourselves and reignite hope and passion here by connecting to our dream, our love, our passion, our hobby. Yeah, you're not doing things for yourself here independently, okay? Or somebody's not doing this. Going for what really makes them happy here and doing that independently. Could be dealing with the King of Cups, water energy. Could be you as well. I'm seeing water, fire, and earth here pretty strongly. We've got air here as well with Aquarius, so I mean everything is present, but especially fire, earth, fire, water. You know how to empower yourself. Somebody here that you're dealing with, they could actually be quite empowered and emotionally mature. Could also be once you empower yourself, you align to this very emotionally mature energy. And you do move into a soulmate energy. Maybe it's with the same person and there's a transformation in you and them. Maybe it's with somebody else. But soulmates are also friends. They're also people around us. They don't just have to be romantic, you know. So whatever the nature of a relationship that you have here, whether it's with yourself, somebody from your childhood, or somebody now recently that you're dealing with, it is ultimately helping you open up to your greater callings, longings, urges, and experiences, desires, wantings, purposes even, okay? So 3, that's what we have for you. We send you lots of love. You can always email us at frequencyoftheheart@gmail.com for personal reading inquiries. Moving on to group 2. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here, group 2. What is your message, group 2? Please remember to only take what resonates, you guys. If something is negative or confusing, it's probably not your message. You can always cancel, clear, reject it. What is the message for group 2? Clearly and concisely. High vibrational truth, please and thank you. You can always email us for personal reading inquiries, you guys. For group 2, ooh, legacy, stability, outcomes, good finances or team situations, household situations. Very nice energy. Some kind of completions in a group project, work, something like this coming through. Could be even a happy family or a family that works as a team here. This could be a maid family, like a partnership. In the recent past, you could have worked on a balance between organization, logic, getting your schedule in order, and between something else. Okay, priorities. Could also be dealing with a half in, half out air energy here. What else for group 2? Doesn't need to be perfect. It's not about perfectionism. It's not about every detail. It's also, you know, not about having to communicate perfectly. Okay. It just needs to be partially. The attempt, the effort, the trying is enough, more than enough sometimes. What else for group 2 here? Please and thank you. The wait is over for something. Something's been transmuted. Something is now moving forwards on a universal scale. You have the green light. You have the permission. And that is going to bring more stability in. There could have been fights and arguments here in the past. Especially you fighting against old paradigms, mindsets, things that people have said to you, harsh words. You could have been fighting the flow a lot. I feel like that's said and done with. No more fighting the flow. Moving into an energy that is much more present. You might not fully be there, but you're coming into that space. You've already built something that's going to work for you. It's going to create stability for you, legacy for you. You're already involved in something. You don't need a new beginning here. Okay? Even though you'll get a new beginning in some senses within a situation, you don't need to start, you know, brand new or accept a brand new offer. You've already got something. Anything else for group 2? Please and thank you. Nope, you just need the courage and you need to believe in yourself. Yeah, you need to trust yourself. Establish better boundaries when you get a moment here too. But you need to trust your path. You need to trust yourself where you can. and not choose situations that make you temperamental or feel very suspicious or uncertain, okay? It's okay to express your truth, to let your emotions flow, to go towards what you love, what makes you feel passionate, okay? It's okay to express hurts or pains or things that you've been dishonest about. All of that is okay. It's okay to get out of situations that leave you feeling too exposed or vulnerable, or to, break off leases or contracts or marriages or connections that are really heavy for you and just that you can't carry with you. It's okay to do that. It will create more stability if it's in your heart. All right. So 2, that's what we have for you. We send you lots of love and wellness. Take care of yourselves. And finally, to group 1, hello and welcome. What is your message, group 1? Please remember to only take what resonates. If something is negative or confusing, you always have the power to cancel, clear, reject, okay? And you can always email us, frequencyoftheheart@gmail.com, for personal reading inquiries. Group 1, please and thank you. What is the message for group 1? There's something in its infancy that wants to begin here. There's a release or freedom from shared finances or judgmental situations or giving to 2 or having to weigh the pros and cons. There's a release and a clear decision that brings you lots of happiness to start something new of your own, perhaps. Could be a younger earth energy, could be a new source of income, business idea, project, hobby, something like this. You don't have this full integration, go ahead, go forth yet with something. Okay, I feel like you're still doing like 2, or you're still in some kind of the beginning stages, so you're not in that full force, like going forwards with all the potential, but it's coming. You could be dealing with a fire energy here, more masculine side. This could also be you as a leader. Somebody could be a bit angry or frustrated here, okay? Maybe things they keep having to go back over and do something or figure out the details of something. Maybe they're frustrated at seeing you in a certain way. Maybe you're frustrated about this way something went. But what's coming out of this all is a new beginning. Not just a new beginning, but like something promising that starts. It's like an idea that you birth or you give, it's in its infancy in some ways. Could even be a relationship. Yeah, it's possible. In the past, I see you set down hard work and you walked off or away from very slow-moving, heavy energy, perhaps, okay? Especially if it felt really guarded. I think this was a great decision. And we've got a card here that just fell off. Way into the future. So this could be something you don't see coming. This could be the loss of a pet, or it could be... I feel like it'd be an old pet, though. I don't feel like it's like surprising. It could just be some kind of a sadness that you have to deal with. Maybe it's a time of rest, a grief, an emotional loss. I see strong intuition, and I see resentments around the past here as well. That can sometimes close you off. Emotionally, you're a bit confined or closed off, and it's making you feel out of control of your world sometimes. What to do about that? Doesn't mean you're closed off entirely. It just means around a certain area here. And that's normal to see. Some areas are too hard. This can have to do with a contract, a commitment, a marriage, something you're really strongly or deeply connected to or signed off on as well. There can be some really deep emotions here that aren't being totally shared because they're complex or complicated, okay? But about that separation or change. Yeah, there's this good stuff, there's excitement, but there's also frustrations. I see a lot of, there could be bitterness, envy, frustrations. There could be looking at the past with anger or resentment or, feeling like you're totally out of control here. Maybe this wasn't even your choice to break something off, all right? I do feel, again, the wait is over. Your message isn't too different from 2. It's different, but not crazy different. And you're moving into a new energy. It's just not here yet, okay? Not fully. You've got some things to go through. I feel you could be feeling out of sorts these days more than usual, or more often than usual. I feel like you need to take action and just do something now, to do it now. Instead of dwelling within your head here. And I feel like you need to tell yourself it's okay. It's okay to be where I am. It's okay that I decided not to do this, even if it's not like the standard suggestion or what my therapist told me to do or what this reading said. It's still what I chose to do, and I honor and own that, okay? Some of the emotional loss could be finally something hits you, okay? Finally something hits you about how you really feel about an ending, a separation, a change. Because you finally let yourself feel that side of something. Maybe you get through some of the resentments that made you just have, the resentment, and you feel the pain or something. Anything else here for group 1, please and thank you. I hear missed opportunities, so close. There's like a resentment about that as well. And there's something that hangs in the balance here. It's like you could start all on your own, on a new fresh path signified, an adventure, a journey. Look at options. It doesn't need to be so stable or so grounded, but it's like there's all this chaos, there's all this stuff. And what is this chaos actually coming from? It's really the emotions around a person or a situation that you vested interest in, a long-term thing here. The unsettled emotions, the unacknowledged emotions, okay? The truth needs to come out. Communication needs to happen. A new perspective needs to happen here. Maybe some kind of a trip needs to be taken, or a travel to get clarity, okay? But I feel like it's really back and forth here, and it's hard for some of the emotions you have to even feel like they can coexist. There's the potential here for really nice things, like a journey and new options and passions, this beautiful beginning to really grow and cultivate, okay? But there's things to deal with here in your emotional body that are asking you to deal with them, is the thing. It's not, they're asking you to deal with them. And you need to listen, okay? Because it's not as simple as being freed from this situation. You have feelings about it, and those feelings you have about it, even if they don't feel all logical, they are valid. It may not all make sense to you, but they are valid. You're disappointed here by an expectation or by something. Maybe it didn't go how you hoped it would go, thought it would go, okay? Somebody can be in a similar boat to you, honestly. They could have similar feelings and emotions about it all. You aren't like this foreign object that is just mysteriously broken, feeling things in a weird way that don't matter. Like, you feel things and think things and go through things for a reason, and all connections are significant. They are not insignificant. I do feel there's an opportunity for you to heal here. Step out of your comfort zone And again, there's a real focus on that younger earth energy, or that new start, that new beginning, that new business, that new idea, that new relationship, that new source of income, that new thing. All right. So group 1, I believe that's all we've got for you. Sending you lots of love. Remember, you can email us for personal reading inquiries, but until then, take care.